One person retires with $5.2 million, another with $600,000. Same job, same $500 a month, same market, same returns. The only thing different was the year they started. And here's what nobody shows you. The financial system makes more money when you start later. That's why you almost never see these three timelines side by side. So let me show you. Let's run the simulation. 3 people, all 20 years old today. Same city, same job, same paycheck. The only difference is when each one starts putting $500 a month into a boring index fund. Person 1 starts at 20, person 2 starts at 30, person 3 waits until 40. That's it. Same contribution, same market, same strategy, just a different start date on the calendar. Now, you might be thinking $500 a month is a lot. And I get it, when your friends are buying rounds and leasing cars, $125 a week feels like real money you're handing over. But here's what person 1 has that no amount of money buys later. Time. Time is the one thing in investing you can never earn more of. After 5 years, the account is about $40,000. Honestly, it doesn't feel like anything. Person 2 and person 3 aren't even thinking about it yet. They've got time. They think they've got time. Around year 8 or 9, something shifts. Person 1 crosses $100,000, and after $100,000, the returns start earning returns. At 10%, that $100,000 throws off $10,000 a year by itself, almost as much as you're putting in. Charlie Munger put it best, the first 100,000 is the hardest, but you have to get there. And there's a cheat code person 1's been using since day one, the employer match. Free money, 100% return the second it goes in. That's the one loophole the system would rather you didn't notice. Person 2 is about to turn 30, still meaning to start. Person 3 isn't even thinking about it. Person 2 finally opens an account at 30. And good for them, 30 is not too late. But look at the scoreboard. Person 1 has been investing 10 years, roughly $200,000. Person 2, 0. Same $500 a month from here. But person 1 has a $200,000 head start and it keeps compounding for 35 more years. Now, person 2 has something person 1 didn't have at 20, income. Higher salary, steadier career. So the smart move isn't to match person 1's 500, it's to invest more. 15–20%. Automate it before you can spend it. But on the same 500, that gap only gets wider. Let's jump to 65. All 3 are done. Same 500 a month. Here are the final numbers. Person 1, start at 20, $5.2 million. Person 2, started at 30, $1.9 million. Person 3, started at 40, $600,000. Now here's the part that makes people angry. Person 1 put in $270,000. Person 2 put in $210,000. Person 1 invested only $60,000 more and ended up $3.3 million richer. 60 grand in. 3.3 million in difference. Because person 1's money worked through 4 to 5 extra market cycles that person 2 and 3 simply never got. And before anyone says but inflation, yeah, at a real 7% the numbers come down. But the gap between starting early and starting late barely moves. The lesson is the timing, not the 10%. But retirement isn't where this gets real. Watch what life looks like at 50. Person 1, 1.1 million. A millionaire at 50. They could coast, switch careers, take a year off, start a business with a real safety net. That's what options look like. Person 2, 380,000. Solid, but not free. They keep working and they know they're behind. That's what obligations look like. Person 3, 115,000. 30 years of working, and that's the number staring back. And it is not kind. At 60. Person 1 has 3.2 million. They stopped working 3 years ago. They travel. They see their family. Money isn't a problem because money isn't a thought anymore. Person 2 just crossed $1 million. Finally, at 60, Relieved, but tired. Already doing the math on 5 more years. Person 3, 380,000. The exact amount person 2 had at 50. A full decade behind. Same 500 a month, same market, same returns. 10 years of delay. That is what it cost. So why does almost everyone end up person 3? It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're stupid. It's because everything around you is built to make you spend your 20s spending. You weren't taught this in school. The one class that could change your whole life, personal finance, isn't required anywhere. Instead, you graduate with debt, and every billboard, every ad, every influencer screams upgrade now. And that hooded figure who's been following the late starters this whole time, that's the system. It doesn't make a dime when you put 500 into an index fund. It makes its money when you finance the car, eat out 4 times a week, and buy things to impress people who don't care. Nobody is going to tell you to be person 1. I am. Now, if you're sitting here in your 30s or 40s and the math just punched you in the gut, hear me. If you're already becoming person 2 or person 3, this video is not here to shame you. The worst move at any age is still waiting another year. Your decade still has a weapon. It's just different. Your 20s, the weapon is time and recovery. Small amounts grow into absurd numbers, and if the market crashes, you've got decades to recover. You actually buy cheaper on the way up. Start anything? $50. Get the match. Your 30s, the weapon is income. Invest aggressively, 15 to 20%, automate it. You don't close the gap by matching 500, you close it by out-contributing. Your 40s, the weapon is intensity. Peak earning years, and the tax code finally helps you. After 50, catch-up contributions let you put in more than younger investors are even allowed to. Max the tax-advantaged accounts, add an income stream, and the math moves. Person 3 is not hopeless. Person 3 just needs a different strategy. And listen, I'm not preaching from some mountaintop. I was almost person 3. The years I spent being clever instead of consistent were the most expensive years of my life. Not because of what I lost, but because they cost me the one thing none of us get back. Time. I'm not telling you that so you'll be impressed. I'm telling you because I see exactly where you are. And I wish someone had grabbed me by the collar at 22 and said, "Stop being clever. Just be consistent." Here's the truth. You can't get the years back. If you're 25, you already missed 5. If you're 35, you already missed 15. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But every month you spend feeling bad about the past is another month you're not building the future. So open your phone. Right now. Whatever brokerage you use. Set up an automatic transfer. 50, 100, 500, whatever doesn't hurt. Set it, and don't touch it. 20 years from now, you're going to look back at this exact moment and either be grateful you started or sick that you didn't. Somebody just handed you the math. The next move is yours. If this hit you the way I think it did, I'm building a community of people who think long-term. Patient investors. People who figured out the game is rigged and decided to play it anyway, on their own terms. It's free right now. Follow Wealthy Beaver on X. The handle is on screen. Start the curve. I want to see you win.